welcome to the Meeple Mentor YouTube channel. I'm Jared. Today we're doing an unboxing of the newest game from Board and Dice called Barcelona. This is designed by Dani Garcia. It's for 1 to 4 players, ages 14 and up, and plays in an hour and a half or so. Now, I've not played this or seen it yet. It is brand new to me, and I am curious to see, just like you are, what's inside. So we're going to do an unboxing. Let's start by reading what's on the back and then take a look at all the components together. So, in the mid-19th century, the city of Barcelona was the most densely populated city in all Europe, and as expected, life conditions in old Barcelona were very poor. After old city walls were destroyed, Ildefons Cerda, who is now considered the inventor of urbanism, presented the plan for the creation of Eixample, the new district that Barcelona so desperately needed. It now falls on you to make his bold design into a better city for its people. In Barcelona, you will take on the role of builders working on the new expansion to the city. Your main goal is to construct buildings to accommodate the citizens who want to leave the old city, and in the process, you will also build streets, create tram lines, and build public services. You may even decide to explore modernism, a new architectural and art style that has been gaining popularity among the rich. Okay, so let's take a look. Down here, it kind of gives some overviews of some gameplay. It says, place your citizens on an intersection to activate a combination of 2 or 3 unique actions. Build the new district of Barcelona by adding new streets, trams, intersections, cobblestone, public services, and constructing the breathtaking cityscape. And add more citizens that inhabit new buildings to the population of the city. Follow or defy the wishes of Ildefons Cerda and score points for changing objectives as the game moves to a satisfying finish. Okay, let's carefully open this up and take a look. I do like the artwork. I do think it's very bright and popping. You know, you've got all right, we've got challenges here. 17 challenges that you can log. Win the game 3 times. Score above 250 points, etc. There's normal, hard, and crazy challenges. Win 19 times. Yeah, that's not going to happen. We've got a solo rulebook and the main rulebook. Full color, naturally. Appendix in the back. Some overviews and examples of how the game, actions work. Some overview of the components to look at. Buildings, player board, etc. And a nice overview of how to set up the game. So it all looks very straightforward. All right, let's set that aside and delve deeper. So here we've got some stickers, which I think are tram stickers, which will have to go on some of the tram pieces that we'll see. We've got a nice blue cloth bag, drawstring bag, functional, workable, feels good. Bunch of Ziploc baggies, so there's going to be a lot of components here. Let's set that aside. Right on top, we've got some small cards that look to be like Euro card size. They have some different iconography on this side. It's like different bonuses and abilities, and then this you've got essentially they're the same front except for the top part here and the arrows that the in the traffic that the arrows are pointing to. So I'm not sure how those work, but there's only a few of them, like 8 or 10 or so. Okay, we've got some larger cards that are for a turn structure, reference cards, and some iconography overview here, like placing a wide street or 2 leftmost narrow streets, place leftmost cobblestone, gain reward, various things. End game scoring is also shown on here. Okay, so there you go. We've got some wooden components to take a look at. Let's see, these are going to be the player colors that you get. So here you got just some wooden cubes and a neutral brown meeple. You've got kind of a lavender purple, a sky blue, orange, and gray. And, I imagine that the color palette is going to look nicely or match with, the board. We'll have to sort those into their own player baggies later. Got the silica gel. Here's those tram pieces. All right, one for each player, it looks like. So we're going to end up putting some stickers on those. And here we've got a bunch of player discs. So we've got a few that are small and some that are large. So you can see here we've got quite a bit to get onto the board. And I imagine these large ones are your citizens that you're placing, and the small ones are for tracking, various things. I'm not sure. Okay, but kind of reminiscent of the discs that you would find to track like in Zolkin or Tekenu or something like that. All right, let me just set that aside. Now, it looks like we've got a game board on top next. Okay, let's try to make some room and show off what this looks like. Single-sided. Okay. So here we go, kind of like a, cityscape. You got your rows and columns. There's coins. Looks like some that'll give you coins, some that cost you coins for placement. There's tram bonus, all these other bonuses here on the outside. We've got these varying color backgrounds of this dude, which is, I think, Mr. Serta. Let's see. We've got these tracks down here, and perhaps some variable tokens that might sit in these areas, and your victory point track along the outside of the board. We've got like cloth shown right here, so there's a lot of interesting things going on, but it looks pretty clear as to the gameplay, but it's a nice bright colorful art, so looking cool. So lastly in the box is quite a bit of cardboard that we're going to have to punch out later. Let's see if I can open them and look at all the cardboard. Okay. So this board here, the whole thing right there is going to just pop right out. So unique shape, kind of a squarish thing with little edges there. You got the Barcelona art on the back and some kind of mini board here of like different things to cover up for rewards, perhaps. Maybe some of those cards go here. All right. Here it looks like we've got a player board popping right out. And these are those roads. So 2 narrow streets or 1 wide road, you can see. And here we've got the player board and 2 different sides, 2 to 4 and 1 player. So this is the solo board. Okay. And then this is the 2 to 4 player or multiplayer board. So with these notches up here, kind of reminiscent of Lagrange, with being able to place cards or something along the outside of the board and be able to do something with this track going on up there. A lot of different things about buildings, and I'm not sure what the hex token spots are for, but interesting. Everyone's going to have their own board, and if we compare the two, I believe these are fairly similar. Looks to be the same. Okay. We've got blue roads. So you've got orange for the orange player, blue for the blue player. We've got the purple, the lavender, and the gray. So you'll be able to tell who made which roads in Barcelona to attribute to which player. Here we've got these oval tokens, which, as I was assuming, go down here. And then we've got these tokens, which go on probably your player boards. But how they work, I'm not sure. We've got these nice corner pieces, which I guess are a way to block off some of the edges of the roads. There were some new tokens and hex tokens, orange and blues, and a lot of iconography for a lot of different ways to do action. So I think this is going to be a fun game of like comboing and figuring out, you know, placement and cutting off other players and stuff like that. It's going to be cool. The art looks really cool. I think it looks, you know, pretty nice. Gameplay wise, very streamlined to be clear as to what, you know, they're trying to convey for the gameplay. I do like this artwork here on the back of like these tiles that show various, you know, building structures to be placed out. And yeah, it looks like they've got some unique benefits. Okay. Couple more, and then we've got maybe like cathedral, you know, that one in the center of the picture, and points to be scored. We've got cloth tokens, point tokens, so 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 if you pass over 400 points on the victory point board. A few more roads. Okay, and then a bunch of small hex tokens of like people, green, blue, and red, or pink perhaps. And this might be the first player token. Very good. So I imagine these are the tokens that go in the bag, and then you draw out some of these citizens. Fascinating stuff. The components look quite nice. The artwork looks very solid, very pretty. The card quality here, although there's not very many cards in the game, they're, you know, they're nice. They feel good. I like that they've included some stickers for the trams. Instead of, you know, screen printing the wood, I guess they just let you, you know, put the stickers on yourself. But yeah, this is everything that is inside the game box for Barcelona. So thank you guys so much for watching this unboxing of Barcelona from Board and Dice. I've been Jared. If you want to stick around for more content on the channel, we do plenty more unboxings. We cover news in the board game industry every other week. We do publish tutorials, and we had a podcast for a little bit, and much more. So check it out. Definitely subscribe. Stay tuned. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.